So whenever you feel that you're not able to understand anything, please raise your hand on the Zoom and then unmute yourself and then you can ask your doubts, right? That's the only instruction it's for you. And throughout the 2 days, we are going to do a lot of science experiments. And once you do all these science experiments, this is going to be the result: out of the box thinking and lateral and critical thinking. So let me give you a small little analogy. See, right now you might be in schools, so you are taught to think in a particular way, one dimensional way. But the real world does not work like that. So you have to think out of the box. You have to strain your brain muscles. And for that, and specifically for that, let me now start with one activity. So, all of you, I want you to perform this activity and let's see how many of you can actually do it. So the activity is very simple. Before I present the activity, let me just give you one instruction, not an instruction, it's a situation. I have shown this activity to my students who are in class 12th. And also I have seen the same activity to students of class 2nd. You know what? Class 12th students take a lot more time to solve this activity. And okay, let's go. So I'm going to present the activity, and if anyone knows the answer to it, be quick and please raise the hand on the Zoom window. This is going to just test, can you think out of the box? So the activity goes like this. All right. Have a look on your screen currently. You have a sheet of paper and we have a pen. So the pen is touching the center. Basically, pen is touching the paper. The activity is, how do we draw the circle without lifting the pen off the paper? So right now, just have a look at both the images. We are supposed to create a circle without lifting the pen off the paper. And remember, the pen is on the center of the circle. Please take a lot of time to think on this. As I told you, when I show this to my class 12, they take a lot of time, but my younger students, they are very quick. Okay, I can see Fatima has raised the hand. What about others? Okay, Divya, Sasha, Jaden, what can be done to this? All we need is, we need to draw a circle without lifting the pen off the center. Let me repeat the instruction. The pen is on the center of the circle and pen is not supposed to come up and we are supposed to draw a circle. Okay, so Fatima, I can see your hand. So can you unmute yourself and tell me what could be the logic?
Sir, we need to fold the paper from the corner and then draw the circle, sir.
Okay, so can you elaborate a bit, Fatima, on that? Oh, by the way, is Fatima your name?
No, sir, Burhan.
Okay, so you can just rename yourself on the Zoom window so that I can call out. So just tell me the solution. How do we do this? Yes, Fatima, go ahead.
Sir, we fold it from the corner and
Uh-huh.
then we take the pen on it and
Uh-huh.
then we draw the circle, sir.
Oh, brilliant. So have you seen this activity before?
No, sir.
That is amazing. All right. So all of you, now let me tell you what he just explained. The solution is correct. And see, this is why I told you, if you try to do this activity by thinking in one direction, it's not going to help. That's where out of the box thinking helps. So have a look. So this is the solution. Your pen is touching the paper. And like he said, we fold the paper. We fold the paper so that you go on the back side of the paper. We go on the back side of the paper so that now you are away from the center now, and then you can draw a circle. Wasn't this easy? Right? So let me quickly, let's repeat this. The pen is touching the center. You fold the paper, you go to the back side of the paper so that you are some distance away from the center, and then you draw the circle. Okay. Wasn't this simple? All of you. All right. Just all of you who have found this simple, just write yes in the chat box quickly so that I know, is this simple or was it tough? Okay. Right. Now, in this entire workshop, when I'm going to present the experiments, I am going to ask you questions and you have to ask lots of questions. And Remember, out of the box thinking. So whenever you have a doubt, please write it somewhere. And if you want, you can unmute yourself and raise your hands to ask the doubt. All right. Okay. So are all of us ready for the first science experiment? Please write ready on the chat box. And we are just going to start the main content of today's workshop. Please write ready. Okay. Nitin, Niti, Myra, awesome. What about others? Jaden, okay. Amandeep, Asmi, let's begin. Awesome. Great. Let's move ahead. So have a look. Okay, one sec. All right. So before we start the experiment, okay, this is the workshop structure, which I forgot actually. Okay, so I'll just tell you the what is the workshop structure going to be and what you should be expecting of the 2 days. What is the purpose of this entire boot camp? It is to boost the lateral thinking and remember the out of the box thinking. After these 2 days, you should be able to be more innovative and more creative. That is the only aim of this workshop. And as I told you, this is not like a regular school session. Please, and I'm requesting you, please ask lots and lots of questions, right? Otherwise, see, there is no point. This is not like a regular school session. And how are we going to do this? We are going to do a lot of science experiments. And today and tomorrow, we are also going to do a lot of puzzles and riddles, which are basically like brain teasers, right? And eventually, the questions and answers. And as I told you, there are two ways of asking the questions. Either you raise your hand and ask me the question right now, or write down your question and just wait for the end of the session. We will have a separate dedicated Q&A round even at the end of today's session. Make sense, all of you? All right, great, wonderful. Let us move ahead now. So having talked about the workshop structure, it's basically science experiments and a lot of brain teasers. Okay, here we go. The first experiment of today involves gravity. Okay, so just have a look at these two pictures, all of you, very, very carefully, and tell me what is the first thing which comes to mind when you see both of these pictures. I want you to either write down in your chat box or raise your hand and unmute yourself. So let's see who can tell me. Just tell me the first thing which comes to mind when you see these two pictures. Okay, Buranuddin, yes. Unmute yourself, please.
Gravity.
Of course, it's gravity, but can you elaborate a little bit? What exactly are these two pictures?
Sir, in the first picture, the astronaut is flying and is not attracted to the Earth because in space there is no gravity. And in the second picture, they are standing on Earth and from all the four directions, they are being pulled to the center.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, Sasha, what about you? Sasha, what about you?
Yeah.
These are the astronauts are not floating.
Mm-hmm. And?
The astronauts are not floating because no gravity is there.
Okay, no gravity is there. Okay, so Burandin, Sasha, both of you are partially right. In space, remember, there is less gravity. Zero gravity is not possible. Zero gravity will be possible if you do not have a sun, no stars, nothing at all. Then zero gravity. But in space, you have very, very less gravity, right? So that's the key. Now let's start with the experiment. Now let's see who can answer. So, and Sasha, next time, if you want, you just raise your hand on the Zoom and then ask your doubts. Everyone, the instruction is simple. Please raise your hands on the Zoom button and then you can speak. Okay, let's see who can answer this. I have a pen, a simple pen, right? And let me just take the pen cap. Hear it very carefully. So this is a very light pen cap. And let's see on the other side, I take a box which is heavy. So I have a light pen cap on one hand and I have a heavy box. If I take both of these objects to the same height and then release them at the same time. So you need to tell me which of these two objects is going to hit the ground first. Let me repeat. Okay, so Burundin, one sec. Let me repeat the instruction for all of us. So the instruction is we have a pen cap on one hand and a box which is heavy, a heavy object versus a light object. If we take both these objects from the same height and then release them, which object is going to hit down first? And I want all of you to participate, not just Burundin and Sasha, everyone. Just try it out. Just tell me which object which object will hit the ground first, the box or the pen cap? Yes, Sasha, unmute yourself.
Sir, it will hit the box will hit first because
Okay,
it's
Sasha is
like
saying the
solid.
box is going to hit
No,
first.
I have a copy. And
Uh-huh.
the copy
Okay, fine. Okay, so Burundin, what about you?
Sir, the box will fall first because it is more heavier and the gravity is also pulling it.
Okay, good. That's one way of thinking. And what about others? Jaden, Divya, Anurag, Niti, please participate. See, it's a simple question. A heavy object versus a light object. If you can do this experiment right now. Just take a heavy box and any small little light object. If you take them from the same height and release, then which one is going to hit the ground first? All right.
Box.
So yes, Divya.
Box.
Divya is saying both. Okay, good. So Divya, that's actually correct. Good. Okay, so Sasha, Burandin, and others, Jaden, Niti, please, for those of you who have their cameras off, please try to keep it on because let me now going to show the experiment. The answer to this question, what was the question? The pen and the heavy box, which one is going to hit the ground first? So the answer for that is both of them will hit together. So Burandin and Sasha, the heavy object does not matter. You can have the heaviest of the object. The time taken is the same. So let me just show you. I have created this experiment with some of my current students. So have a look. Okay, so all of you